Today we're going to be taking a look at Hawkeye in Marvel Rivals. Hawkeye is a long-range duelist with 250 health. He has two primary fires. The first is a normal arrow that can be charged up by looking at an opponent. You can switch between two different types of primary fires with either your scroll wheel or 1 and 2. The default fire type is the piercing arrow. Hold down primary fire to start charging your bow, and then release to shoot an arrow. The longer you charge your arrow, the farther it will go. But as you can see, even an uncharged arrow will go pretty far. While charging an arrow, if you move your crosshair near an enemy, it'll start charging this meter in the middle of your screen. The higher this number is, the more damage an arrow will do. This is how much damage an uncharged body shot would do. A fully charged headshot will one-shot pretty much any non-Vanguard character. You do have to get to pretty much full charge in order for one arrow to one-shot. Your focus meter will drain when you look away from an enemy. However, it'll stop at 43. Hawkeye's other primary fire is called blast arrows. This will shoot 3 explosive arrows that deal a low amount of splash damage. One will go right to where you're aiming, one will go to the left, and one will go to the right. These are best used at close range or against big clumps of enemies so that you can hit as many explosive arrows as possible. From farther away, you'll only hit the middle one. You have 3 charges of these arrows that only recover when you're not shooting. If you use all 3 of your charges and then try to shoot again, it'll force you to switch to normal arrows. By pressing the jump button while in the air, you'll perform a vertical jump that's great for getting to high ground. You can slightly control this jump by moving in one specific direction. This leap is on a 6-second cooldown. Hawkeye's left shift ability is a katana slash that'll deal damage and knock back enemies. It has a 15-second cooldown. Hawkeye's E ability will shoot an arrow that slows enemies and knocks down flying ones. The damage from this ability will be applied twice. It also has a 12-second cooldown. The initial arrow shot has a smaller hitbox than the follow-up explosion. This ability will also pierce through enemies. It's best to use this ability when enemies are grouped up together. Hawkeye's melee attack also has a unique property where it'll destroy any projectiles it comes in contact with. If you either hold down the melee attack or press it again, you can get 2 slashes instead of 1. Hawkeye's ultimate will cause enemies to leave behind after images where they move. You can shoot these after images to do damage to them. It'll also make your focus always be at 100, even if you're not looking at an enemy. Unfortunately for Hawkeye, but fortunate for the health of the game, you're unable to headshot these after images, so you can't one-shot people. One important tech for Hawkeye is you're able to cancel a melee attack with a left shift katana slash. This means if an enemy is right up on you, rather than just using your left shift katana slash, you might as well use a melee attack as well. As Hawkeye, you basically always want to be shooting off fully charged arrows unless you know that an uncharged arrow can finish off an enemy. You obviously always want to be aiming for headshots unless you know that a fully charged body shot can finish off an enemy instead, because it's easier to hit a body shot than a headshot. If this video was helpful to you, make sure to check out my playlist, which has multiple character overviews similar to this one for Marvel Rivals. Thanks for watching.